conscious. It's got to get to your conscious to create behavior. And if it doesn't come in a pure form that's recognizable, you're not just going to stand up and go, I got to go have Jack Daniels because I'll get fucked. It's a complex situation you have to imagine for that to work itself out in your mind.
Very confusing, but very.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there are people that get paid lots of money to figure out what you just said. And I agree with whatever he said, I agree with. That was exactly what I think. So,
yeah, but there's something outside of subliminal advertising, which is targeted and directed advertising to make you look at things, like you said, to make you have certain emotions, and then they connect the emotion to the product. That happens all the time.
Yeah, and I find that to be maybe dangerous on a cultural level eventually, because people are growing up. This latest generation of young adults to be are literally... Their culture is not formed in a social setting in their home, or maybe even their teachers or schools, churches. I think that's pretty much out the window. Everything bad, what I can see, it's subjective. Everything that was known as a American culture is now being deemed boring and bad. And the new generation of let's get it now, and if we don't like it, let's kill it. It seems to be the marketing is all the games. It's been there forever. Like, okay, let's kill things with cars. That's fun. But now they're upping it. Let's kill the cop and the white guy in the car. That's points. And so it's becoming where I think kids are desensitized to everything. And with the crime rate seems to go up, this marketing weapon that corporations and networks, everybody's putting out there. But I wonder when this is happening, and first of all, it keeps happening. And once the snowball's rolling downhill, I don't think you can really stop it now. It's too late, maybe. But I think what happens now is these desensitized programmed kids, when they're watching this, do you think at any level they may think this is bad, this is wrong? Because I don't think anybody's saying it's wrong to them. And if they do, they're the enemy.
I think systematic desensitization is happening as a matter of routine. The more you're exposed to, the less you care about it. But just because you're losing empathy, say for someone hit by a car because you're playing Grand Theft Auto, doesn't mean that you're more likely to go do it. It probably does make you more likely to do a hit and run rather than stop and call the cops and say, I just ran over an old lady that was being chased by a dude on a surfboard who was wearing cologne. But the desensitization is happening with exposure. So whatever's getting the most exposure is going to mean less to a kid when it comes to the surprise effect of new information, especially regarding empathy. When you see people shot all the time, and then you go out on the street, you see someone shot, it's like, oh, that's normal. That's my normal. I'll just keep walking and mind my business.
Yeah, and I notice a lot of the TV programs reinforce this investigation ID. There's this montage, this buffet of programs that is about nothing but death, dying, killing, investigating, homicides. It doesn't stop. It's 24/7, and even people in my family who have to be watched constantly now, obviously, and there's no sleeping near me with the door open. They have to be monitored because you wonder over time, it becomes like, I don't know, brainwashing. All they see is this, and eventually I'm wondering if they're going to come in here with a baseball bat and bludgeon me in my sleep, and it's because of a fucking TV program and obviously some kind of meth, maybe. I don't know. Crack.
See, I would only be more worried that they wouldn't fear death anymore, so they would become effectively like extremist Muslims because they've seen too much of the ID channel, which is death, 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 deadly combinations, deadly couples, deadly this, death, hanging, murder sprees, dead babies found in burritos in certain parts of Mexico.
I like that one.
Yeah. And then you just stop caring. It's like, oh, okay. Everybody dies. I see.
Oh, look, another bus went off the cliff. That sucks, huh? They're in a better place. What are you going to do? I guess. Hey, I forgot. What's his face? Louie B. Hey, now, did you get a chance to listen to this Ricky? I can't remember her last name. She's a Jewish girl. And I thought, because Ricky was hitting on her in a subway, that this might be some homeless woman, very Jewish. This is not an anti-Semitic comment. Just there's a stereotype with Jewish women, that horrible nasally, that mother-in-law-ish type of, hey, where are you? That kind of thing. You
mean like Fran Drescher?
Oh, God, that fucking pig. Yeah. Yeah, and she could be the most beautiful woman in the world. And then they talk, And it just, it's like, please cut her head off. This is what duct tape's for. I'm sure kosher duct tape, but so, you got a chance to listen to the news guy thing. Now, tell me that wasn't powerful, that he could make it through that 2-minute clip.
It's almost impossible. I'm surprised. I'll bet he punched himself in the balls to keep from laughing.
Yeah, there was a slight moment there. You could feel it where he was like, yeah, you get that, yeah, right there where that laugh was one. If it came out, it was over. And it's live. You're just done. You'd have to go home and quit. But anyway, I thought that was one. Yeah, Ricky, the Jewish girl, Ricky. She's a stand-up comedian. Now, I gave her a follow, and I said she was maybe RRN approved, which is what people obviously eventually try to goal set for in any kind of broadcasting worldwide, to be part of the evil crew's entourage, our people, per se. Our peeps, our niggas, or what have you. So I listened to it, and I said the with the evil crew acknowledgement will obviously make you beyond epical. Well, I know that's not epical, epicish, epicly.
But she is a Jew, so you understand you might be letting a Jew into the mix.
Right, and we already have news guys, so that would be two Jews, a Jew and a Jewess. But I think he's in the Mossad, so we got to keep an eye on him. But anyway, but I'm wondering if you bring her in, because right away she did something that amazed me, almost half would. She kept using the word fucking, like a conjunction. And it wasn't fucking, it was fucking. You know what, that fucking donut. I mean, it was totally out of context, and somehow I liked it. Yeah, I saw that fucking priest walking down a fucking little fucking kid smoking a cigarette. What the fuck, and she not being mad fucking. I'm talking about what the fuck can you do?
And this was sexy to you.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But she is Jewish. And you know that humans and Jewish people, they don't mix. It never works out. It's a species problem. So let's try to bring in what's-his-face, the Puerto Rican guy.
Okay.
He got a new T-shirt. It bothers me. It's a black one. I guess he thinks he's a Puerto Rican ninja now. Who knows?
He probably just spray painted the other one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. And you know what? He probably didn't wash it.
They're very economical.
Yeah, they go to the flea market. They're trying to give you rotten bananas. Well, who am I looking for? Oh yeah, Louie B. Here we go. Like, if you're familiar with Skype, he has it on yellow. Is that like maybe I'm going to take a shit instead of green? We'll find out. Here we go. Maybe he's at work cleaning the shitter at 7-Eleven. Here we go. We're going to add him to the call. Oh Christ. Maybe he won't be there. Ugh. Look at that 9/11.
Look at that T-shirt.
Look at the weight he's got moobs. It's worse than me. Look at it. See the message? The 9/11's on his T-shirt, and the 11's pointing to a man moob with a magnifying glass. I don't get that. Now, see, he's not there. I don't know, but, how far does this minority white guilt thing go? Come on, answer your phone, Jagoff. Jesus Christ. Holding up the whole fucking show. Come on, get on the bus! Fucking Puerto Rican.
Ladies and gentlemen, Louie, absent.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was all hot and horny earlier, sexually, to be on the program. Like, oh, yeah. And then I befriended him, and I'm going to have to bark. How does that work? I have to take now. You disappointed me. I don't like you, and we're going to have to dox you. God damn it. Fucking Louie.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know, you remove him from your Christmas card list.
He's off.
I want you guys to know in the chat room, I always pay attention to what you're saying. So that's part of my job here. I provide spell check and chat room monitoring.
It's necessary in this world we live in. Yeah. Now, look, I'm going to mention the chat room of death. Normally, I ignore everything unless it inspires some kind of pleasurable erection from me. Now, this Bibbs, I have to admit, there's a kitty cat picture, and it's not any special cat. It's one of those, there's a cat, but it's holding a Glock. I think it's a Glock or an MAC-10. I can't tell because I have to hit on it, and if I hit on it, then I'm going to get a malware in my computer. But I'm looking at it. I thought it was a black dick at first. I'm like, oh, here we go. Cats and dicks. Come on, be original. But I realized the cat has a gun. Now, if you think about that a minute, that's pretty goddamn creative in my mind. Don't ask me why. It's just a cat and a gun.
Yeah.
A cat and a gun. A fucking cat. A Jewish fucking cat with a gun. All right, Bibbs is important. Thank you. Oh, you want to acknowledge these motherfuckers who listen to this shit in the chat room here? It's up to you.
Yes. Okay, Bibbs, welcome to the chat room. Bibbs, BIBBS, bitches. It is Apocalypse in there. Andrew Zodiac 12, our favorite Australian. Stabby McHugs, the king of logic and reasoning. and also lurkers. Many lurkers who want to listen to Guy because they hate him because he's great at what he does. You people that listen to podcasts know fucking A well that Guy Shea rules this goddamn format. Nobody tops him.
Did you say great?
I don't know. It was probably a Quaker word.
Okay, because there was definitely a W in there.
I'm probably having a seizure.
I don't want to turn up my mic. Why do people want... I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to turn my mic up. It makes me mad. I want to be in the background. Sometimes you just want to watch, you know?
I hear you, man.
Now, look, if I talked into my mic, you could hear me, but I'm doing that side. Remember, this isn't my good mic. This is my sort of good mic, my in-between mic, my butter mic. And this mic I got to speak directly into because they made it directional. But I don't want to lean that way. I want to sort of lean on my desk and like this. And you can, yeah, Kevin could just do it. Whatever. I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm using my shitty mic, which is my USB mic, and your shitty mic is like my good mic, which is the one Barco sent me. It's also directional. If you speak into the tip of it, kind of like a penis, it's a different effect than if you speak into the side of it. I don't know how that works. It's something about, what are these things called, XLR? I don't know what that, I'm not looking that up. I don't care about that.
All I know is
that's
XLR
what it is.
is 3 goddamn nipples.
Ah, that's what it is. 3 nipples of death.
No, those are 16 nipples of death. Oh, God.
Oh, 16. Utter butter. At utter butter. I'm sorry.
You have to hashtag nowadays.
Yeah.
People can't read it. If you're not in a hashtag, you're nobody. Now, I did read on Spreaker's Ball List, and I do want to refer to that. So if you're not a member of Spreaker's Ball List, obviously, first of all, you're not one of the cool kids, period. But if you are there, and the chosen few are, and of course there's the cannon fodder that gets to go along too. Now, this I got to mention because KTap allowed me to be the, I want to say the sergeant at arms. That's the best reference. The hanging guy. And what I do is if you don't, it's not balliest either, by the way. I keep saying
it's ballsiest.
Ballsiest, which is annoying, but I'll go with it. Ballsiest. Okay. And if you don't fit into the reference. Exactly. Fucking. You know, that reminds me of that movie Fury. I've been doing that for 2 months. You know the guy from Walking Dead who got killed? Rick's buddy? Yeah, he plays the guy with a broken nose in the movie Fury, the tank movie, you know?
Oh, that guy. I don't watch zombie shit. But yeah, I remember him from Fury.
Yeah, every time he gets irritated with the E6 there, he goes, fuck him. Fuck him. Like under his breath. And I've been doing that, and I keep doing it at the grocery store. And people, it's starting to annoy people. They're like, well, was that going to be cash or debit or fuck him? I'm like, what? No, just fuck him. I did that today. The little kitty walked by. He's looking at me, smiling. No reason. Fuck him. I can't quit doing it. Yeah, I'm serious. What were we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about damaging kids with evil subliminal cuss words.
Yeah, it's like, fuck them. It's like that girl. Fucking cat and the fucking son. Come on. Yeah, I wonder if their parents probably talk like that. What do you think?
I think so. From the YouTube videos I've been seeing, these little fuckers at 2 years old are cussing bitches out on the street corners.
Yeah, mostly, I'm not going to say little black kids, but I've seen a lot of little black kids do that on YouTube. Maybe it's a YouTube thing.
It might be. It might be a YouTube movement, like they're doing it for the views.
Right. Spreaker's Ballast? No, Balliest. That's it. Spreaker's Bizarre.
Spreaker's Ballsiest, for those of y'all that don't know, it's a Facebook page. I've created about 700 of them, and about 3 have done anything. This is a remarkably high-profile, low-admission rate group, only for the elite, much like the 300 Spartans that beat 50 million Northern Africans and Asians at Thermopylae, which sounds a lot like a condition you may develop under your balls if you don't wash frequently enough. I don't like the word. I don't like words that end in AE or anything that Latin. I don't like Latin words. But you can get into this group if you're ballsy enough. All you have to do is have a podcast and don't be afraid of anybody. That's all.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. Just meet the obvious criteria. Now, today what happened is, and I'm careful when I cut off the head of a non-participant, but this bathtub girl, a.k.a. Angela Butt Ugly, and I don't mean that mean. I mean that in the nicest evil sense you can. She was making such stupid comments. Even if she had a show that was with balls, which she does not, the comments were so dreadfully dumb. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a